Alright, sorry so blurry everyone. I couldn't figure out. There's some application running that says I can't close it down, so I did the best I can. Can't see anybody. I know. Can't even see anybody. Persuade my audience that they should know CPR. Imagine you're at the beach enjoying your day, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, your kid is drowning. You pull him out the water, he has no heartbeat, and he's unresponsive. What would you do? Do you know how to do CPR to save his life? I was an EMT for 4 years, and I volunteered for the Hampton Fire Department. I know how to do CPR. I've done it plenty of times. I had to know what to do if it was a matter between life or death. What would have happened if I didn't know what I was doing? Tonight I'm going to persuade my audience that they should know CPR. First I'm going to tell you what CPR is, how it is done, and then I'm going to tell you where you can get classes for them, and then the statistics on cardiac arrest and CPR. Maybe you can save a life. So what is CPR? CPR is a life-saving method that we should all know. CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. According to Kids Health, cardio means of the heart, and pulmonary means of the lungs. Resuscitation means to revive or to bring back to life. CPR is when a person puts his mouth on another person's mouth to breathe for them, and then puts his hands on their chest to do compressions. CPR can help a person when they have stopped breathing, meaning no blood is getting to their brain or oxygen. And according to Wikipedia, CPR is used on people in cardiac arrest in order to oxygenate the blood and maintain cardiac input to keep vital organs alive until advanced life support is able to take place. Since now you know what CPR means, isn't it important to you? Wouldn't you want to have a fighting chance and feel comfortable that people around you know CPR and that you could save somebody's life? Wouldn't you want to help somebody? Any life or death matter? Well, you can. CPR is as easy as 1, 2, 3. There are different ways to perform CPR. There's adults, children, and infants. According to the American Red Cross, the latest guidelines for CPR in adults is 2 rescue breaths until the chest rises for 1 second. Then you put your hands in the middle of their chest and compress about 30 times. You compress the chest 1.5 to 2 inches down, and you need to aim for at least 100 compressions. For children, it is the same. You give 2 breaths for 1 second, you compress the chest 30 times, but the inches are different. You compress them 1 to 1.5 inches. And for infants, it is different because you use 2 fingers right below the nipple line, and you go about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And they require smaller breaths than children and adults because they are smaller. Wow, in just a little amount of time, I have explained how to do CPR, so you probably know how to do CPR now. Why not take one or 2 day class to save somebody's life? Why not take a day out of your life to save another's? You can receive classes at your local area by searching the internet, as I did. You can take these classes at the American Heart Association. You can take them at wellness centers. There's a place called Heart to Heart in Williamsburg. And also you can call 1-800-AHA for CPR. The class is about 1 to 2 days only, and it costs $25 to $40, which is pretty cheap compared to somebody's life. Now that you know where to go and the phone number, I hope you're on the phone calling right now. It takes a little amount of time to save someone's life. Now I'm going to give you the statistics on cardiac arrest and CPR. According to the American Heart Association, 80% of cardiac arrests happen in a residential setting, meaning I could be here right now and my mother passed out and stopped breathing. What would I do? Would I help her? Of course I would. CPR bystanders double the chances of victim survival. So, for example, I was at a call one time and a person was standing outside the home waiting for the ambulance. If they were doing CPR right then and there, then they would have up their chances of survival instead of standing there doing nothing. 95% of cardiac arrest victims die before they reach the hospital. And brain death starts to occur 4 to 6 minutes after cardiac arrest if there is no CPR performed. If CPR is not performed on onset, the chances of survival are 7 to 10% every minute. And there are about 300,000 cardiac arrest victims annually in the United States. You could help those statistics if you knew CPR. If more people knew CPR, more lives could be saved. To wrap this up, CPR is a life-saving technique everyone should know. It saves lives. Why don't you take a day out of your life to learn CPR? You can make a difference in someone else's life. As I explained, 30 to 2 ratio for adults, infants, and children, and the inches are just a little bit different for each one. So go get your CPR certification today so maybe you can save a life. Thank you for your time and attention. Sorry about the camera being so blurry and for my son sitting here talking the whole time.